Hi, my name's Simon. Welcome to the Sportsman's Club. We're just going to get right at it here with our fishing clinic, and I'm going to tell you right now, the most important thing is your rod and your reel and the gear that is attached to it. A 6-ounce lead weight, a mid-leader, a swivel, and then a 2-hook leader setup. So 2-hook leader, swivel, a mid-leader about 4 feet long, and then anywhere from about a 2 to an 8-ounce lead weight. All on a 10.5-foot mooching rod with a single action saltwater fly reel. The rod and reel setup, like I say, it's a 10.5-foot rod, very limber tip, and a single action reel. Single action meaning that the line is either coming in the reel or it's going out of the reel. There's no free spooling center hub, so when your hand is on that handle, you are stopping the line from going out and impeding the ability of the fish to run. So you need to make sure that when that fish runs, your hands are not on that handle, and instead we slightly slow down the rotation of the reel with our 2 fingers against the edge of the reel here. So here's our herring, our connection to the salmon. What we're gonna do is cut the head off on an angle so as to imitate a wounded bait fish. So here we go. Slight angle, back and underneath. Take the knife and put it inside the belly cavity. Roll it around a bunch of times. Pull the guts out. And then take our hooks and take the lead hook and put it through the butt end like this, and roll it up, pull it through, find a spot on the high side of the cut, pierce the skin, roll it up, pull it through, and bury it back in like that. What we want to do is have that hook so it's supported and exposed, so that when a fish comes up and grabs it, it's not going to wobble around. Then we take this lead hook, instead of going through the butt end, we go inside the belly cavity on the low side of the cut, behind about the 3rd or 4th rib, and we roll it up like that. The 2 variables in the roll of the herring are the angle of the cut and the positioning of this hook. So then we throw our bait over the side of the boat, make sure it's not all tangled, throw the weight over, grab the rod, and we're going to reel the weight right up to the top. And we're going to pull it through the water and watch that herring spin. A nice, lively roll. That's what we're trying to imitate, is the wounded bait fish. Change your bait every half hour. There's going to be a fresh stream of oils and emollients coming off the back of the herring, and that will be a greater attractant. Salmon are attracted to the visual flash and the smell of the herring. So the most important thing about this type of fishing is the bite. It's very visual. It's all a cue on the rod tip. So you get that herring we just talked about spinning, and you put it down anywhere between about 15 and about 45 pulls. A pull being a measure from grabbing the line and pulling it out to the first eye, doing that anywhere between about 15 and about 45 times. When we get it down to the desired depth, which depends on the conditions, we put the rod in the rod holder, and we've got the bend of the 6-ounce singer bending the rod tip, like this, a nice, healthy bend. And what we're looking for is a bite that somehow bangs at the rod tip. And as soon as you see that, the first thing you do is strip out 2 or 3 good strips of line, grab the rod out of the rod holder, and you're watching and waiting for the rod tip to come back and bounce again, stripping out more line. At some point, the fish is going to swim with the bait. Typically, it swims away from you. So the rod tip will start to bury. At that point, you grab the bottom of the reel, and we're stopping the reel so as to set the hook in a strong upward fashion like this, and it's 2 fingers against the edge of the reel like this, and this is our moment. Fish on! Woo! Slowly pressing against the edge of the reel so as to create a little bit of a bend in the rod and keep the fish hooks in the fish's mouth. And all of a sudden the rod tip goes up, and what does that indicate? That the fish is coming towards me. As quick as I can, I reel up so as to get the pressure back, and there's the pressure, and boom. So you've got to be very diligent watching the rod tip, watching around for fish jumping. If you see a fish jumping, you see your rod tip go up, you know that that fish is on your line. You reel as fast as you can. So you feel and see the pressure, boom, there's the pressure. Set the hook, and you're on. Fish on, woo!